Welcome guys. This is week 2 of our 8-week shredding phase. So if you don't know who I am, my name is Tim Bonner. I am fitness coach, as well as I created a fitness channel for people who are looking for tips and tricks to losing weight. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about what tools you need to get started on your goals, and I try to keep it as simple as possible. So if you want to follow this journey, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the like button if you like this video, as well as make sure you hit the notification bell to follow my journeys. Let's go ahead and get started. If you missed last week, we talked about what you need to do before you even begin your journey. And then this week, we're gonna be talking about the tools you need to track your journey. So let's go ahead and get started. The first thing up is that we wanna get a physique update. So I'm not looking to get into like bodybuilding physique. My goal is to just try to have a good physique, as well as have some balance in my food. And I know that if you are going to compete in a competition, you really have to dial in everything that you need. I'm gonna go ahead and take you guys through that process. Let's go ahead and get that physique update. Alright guys, so now that we're in the bathroom, I'm gonna show you guys my physique update. When I coach my clients, the first thing I want them to do is send me images of their body. So the first 3 images that I normally do is the front, the side, and then the back. And then that way I can track your progress throughout the months and be able to see the difference between each picture. So let's go ahead and show you guys where I'm at right now. Alright guys, so I decided to switch the camera around because I have better lighting here, but I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys my physique. Alright, so this is the front. It's not a terrible physique, but it's not to my standard, and I do have some weight to lose. The reason why I don't do calipers and things like that, because I'm not looking to enter bodybuilding competition. I'm just looking to get a lean physique, and the best way to do that is to visually see this in the mirror, and that's why I have my clients take pictures of their physique. So this is the front, like I said. I got the side here, and then the back. So a whole lot of weight around my waist right here, if you can see that. And then the love handles, of course. So the second thing we're gonna be doing is taking our weight, and I'm not very strict on it. I like to have my clients do it once a week. I don't want them to be tracking every single day or weighing themselves every day, because that becomes addictive, and that's not the kind of mindset I want my clients to have. So what I want them to do is just do once a week weigh-in, and I'm gonna go ahead and weigh myself on the scale right now. So as you guys can see, I'm at 138.4, and my goal weight is 135, which is not a lot of weight to lose. So that is why it's important for us to be tracking other things than the weight scale, because I have more body fat to lose, which is going to take me longer. So all the adipose tissues around my gut, on the love handles, a little bit on my back, all that is what I'm trying to lose. So that's why I visually have to look in the mirror. The third thing I'm going to show you guys is how I track my nutrition, and I'm going to hop on the computer and share with you guys the process with that, so stay tuned. Alright guys, so now that we got our weight down and our physique update with the images, now we're gonna go ahead and use my FitnessPal to track my nutrition. So that's the one that I use, and it's a great app. It's free, you can download it on your phone, but this is what it looks like on the desktop. It's gonna be a lot easier to use on your phone. So when you first download it, it's gonna ask you all the questions already that I'm gonna show you, but I'm gonna show you just in case you don't know how to do it. But the first thing you want to do is go to your goals, and then when you're here, it's gonna ask you, would you like to set up your goals, help set up your goals. You're gonna say, or you're gonna put click on view guided setup, and then I've already plugged in my weight, so I'm going to run through this real quick. So you're going to plug in your weight, your current weight, which is I'm at 138.4, and then it's going to ask for your height, your goal weight, male or female, and your birth date. And then this section, it's going to ask you, how would you describe your normal daily activity? Normally, I would either put sedentary or lightly active, unless you're doing a vigorous job like construction, or if you're involved in sport or things like that. Yeah, I would put either active or very active. But if you're trying to lose weight, I would keep it at lightly active or sedentary. And then it's going to ask you, how many times a week do you plan on exercising? Normally I do about 4 to 5, and about 90 minutes is the max that I normally do. So lastly, it's going to ask you, what is your goal? Here's where you either plug in if you want to lose a half a pound, 1 pound, 1.5 pounds, or 2 pounds per week. Normally you want to stick to about 0.5 to 1 pound to have a sustainable weight loss. So I'm gonna go ahead and do half a pound just because I don't have much to lose. Again, I'm gonna be working on focusing more on losing my body composition, losing body fat. So I'm gonna do half a pound. If I had more weight to lose, I would probably put a pound. So I'm gonna update my profile, and then once it takes me to this page, I'm gonna explain this page a little bit more so you guys have a little more knowledge on this. What we're going to be focusing on is your macronutrients. So your macronutrients are your carbs, your fat, and your protein right here. And then normally a lot of people like to track their calories, which is okay, but to have the most accurate progress or accurate count, I would suggest doing your macronutrients. So if you can see on this side, on the right side, for the carbohydrates, it's already set to 224. Fat is at 60 grams per day, and then 90 grams of protein per day. So that is what it's showing automatically. But knowing my body and understanding like how my body functions, I don't know if you guys has seen the Instagram post that I made about what body type you are. I'm considered a mesomorph, so I put on fat pretty easy as well as muscle pretty easy. So what I've learned is that I have to eat a low carbohydrate meal, and I have to adjust these macronutrients. So I'm gonna go back to my goals. Okay, hopefully you guys are having a great day over here. All right, here we go. So now that we're on this page, I'm gonna hit the edit button, because as you can see, this is the percentages on the right side. It says that or it has 50% of my calories coming from carbs, 30% of my calories coming from fat, and then 20% of my calories coming from protein. So I'm gonna adjust this to what I know that my body needs. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit edit. Alright, so carbohydrate wise, I'm gonna change this to 20%. This is a low carbohydrate diet that I do. This works well for me. And then I'm gonna change my fat to about 40%, and then my protein to 40%. So now I have my macronutrients set. So I'm gonna hit save changes. So now it's all set, ready to go for me. And next thing is, you just have to plug in your food as you go. So this is a good way to practice. And the reason I have my clients plug in their food is because they need to know how much food they need to eat throughout the day, so that hopefully in the end they won't have to use an app to track. I've done this so long that I normally don't track anymore, because I know exactly how much food I need to be getting for my body to either gain weight or lose weight. So here, this page that we're at right now is your diary. You have your breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and snacks. The cool thing about having it on your phone is that you can use your camera to scan the back of a barcode, which is really cool because it saves you time and it just plugs in everything in. But if you didn't want to do that, you can type it in. So I'm gonna go ahead and type it in. Let's say I have peanut butter. I already have this in, but let me just delete this so that I can show you guys. Okay, so let's go ahead and plug in some foods here. I'm just gonna put protein shake or protein powder, and then the brand that I use is called Muscle Tech. I think that's what I use. Okay, right here, protein powder, 1 scoop, 120 calories. I'm gonna go ahead and add this. Let's say I had 2 scoops. So if I wanted to change the amount, I can change the serving size. Let's say I have 2, I can just plug it in here. Okay, so I'm just gonna keep it at 1, but you can also, if you scroll this down, there'll be different kinds of measurements you can use, but you're gonna add the food to the diary, and now it will break it down here. So for this meal, this protein shake, there is 1 gram of fat, 20 grams of protein, and then let's see, where's carbohydrates? 9 grams of carbs. So that's the breakdown for this shake. Let's go ahead and add some peanut butter in here. So let's say I ate some peanut butter. I'm gonna type some peanut butter. And if you don't know what brand it is, just go with, generic kind right here. This is one that will work. 2 tablespoons and 190 grams. Like I said, you can change it here depending on how much you eat. So on the label, it will have the recommended, or it will have what it will have on the label. So this is what it will show on the label. I'm gonna go ahead and add it here. Add food to diary. Okay, so now that we have this in here, for the peanut butter, the breakdown for the macronutrients is you have 8 grams of carbs, 16 grams of fat, and then 7 grams of protein. So that's what I've had so far. So now, let's just say we go back down here, it will show you the breakdown of what you've eaten so far. So in the middle section, it will show you right here, it will show you the total, your goal for the day to hit. And then at the top bar, it'll show you what you've eaten so far of your goal. So at the last column or last row right here, it will have what you have remaining. So like I said, you're going to be tracking your carbs, your fat, and your protein. So every time you plug it in, it will calculate by itself, and it will show you what you have left to eat. And after that meal, it's still showing that I have 73 grams of carbs, 63 grams of fat, and 152 grams of protein left. So the more accurate you get to these numbers, the more accurate your results will be. And this is a great way to start practicing to plug in your foods and understanding what food to eat to help you reach your goals faster. Eventually, the goal is to not use an app and just know what your body needs. So thank you guys so much for watching, and if you're new to this channel, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell to follow the rest of my journey. So next week is week 3, where I'll be discussing more of my routine and how I prep things for each week. So make sure you stay tuned for that. Other than that, guys, thank you so much again for watching, and we'll catch you next week. Peace.